Siendo compa.
Grabe bien, grabe.
¡Airo!
Chido.
Pequeña esa. Se va a ir.
Este güey.
Good morning, guys. Missionary Experience. I hope you're enjoying this channel as much as we do. We try to give everybody as much experience as we can with people that we work with and the things that we do here at R1T1. As you can see, we're here at the property right now. Today we've got quite a few different things that we got to work on, and we've got a lot of updates. I know it's been a while since we've done a video due to the fact that I've been in the States, and Noah, who's grabbing this video, recording us, has been at his new job and everything and adjusting. So we've been trying to figure this out. This is kind of crazy, but we've been having trouble with the plastic in this little pond, which is where all of our fingerlings, tilapia, are. So what we're doing is, well, just so you know, they're in here. And so we're gonna try to figure out how to pull all this plastic out of here so that we can stop having to worry about these air bubbles that keep popping up in the middle of the pond. So we just got this snake. It was in our pond eating our fish. It's actually still kind of alive. You can see that. We just beat the head right there, you can see. I know that's not a pretty sight, but we believe it's a coppermouth or copperhead, cottonmouth. And it's definitely eating some of our tilapia. So we went ahead and got it out. We would have released it probably if it wasn't venomous, but we're not taking the chances. And we're just gonna go ahead and let this die over here, leave that alone. So the plan is that after taking in all the rain, we've been able to analyze how much water we can hold, and it's right running off. Like you can see right here, even and over here, that all this water has just been overflowing down into all of this right side of our pond. And it's actually been taking some of our fish with them. Not a whole lot, but maybe a small percentage, and they were running out. And then I know that this ultimately goes way into another pond somewhere. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come up with the solution of taking this plastic out, and we're gonna raise this fingerling bed up probably another 8 to 10 inches, maybe even a foot, because I don't know if you can see, we've discovered that we can take, you might want to see it from over there, you can see better. We've discovered that you can take this and go higher with it like this, as long as it doesn't go off the level right here where we're at. As long as this is higher than this, which is ideal, which we'll be able to do, we'll be able to turn these things 90 degrees and we'll gain another foot right here. And that'll help us tremendously with building this pond up a little bit so that it doesn't overflow as bad as it has been. We had to take our barrels out. You can see over there, we've got tons of different barrels that have been in the pond, and we're just gonna pull them out because of the damage that the rain and the winds have caused them. They weren't completely built, so we just had to take them out. All these barrels right here, you guys can see, we had them screwed to each one of these things right here, and because that was going to be the part where we're going to walk on, and they were actually done just right. They didn't sink or anything, they all stayed afloat. But as soon as one of these holes got in the water, they filled up about halfway with water, and that wasn't a good thing. So we had to take a lot of them out. Just due to the amazing amount of rain and the winds that we've had, they've been going back and forth in this pond. If they were tied down really precisely, then they probably could have been saved, but we'll just have to re-drill them and redo it, which won't take us more than a day. So we're just gonna go ahead and leave them out for right now until we get this section of the pond fixed. You guys can also see right here where I'm walking, this is probably a better height, but right here, it's not. You can see where all this is. I'm not far from the bed down here and from the pond over here. So we gotta raise this up maybe like a foot in this area and over there maybe a few inches higher, so that when we go to drain this out this side, it comes through here. And something else we've done to prevent our overspill is put 2 drains in like this. So we have 2 4-inch pipes that are going to be right there, so that anything that overflows doesn't take out our pond. Because like I said, this last week, couple weeks actually, this is like a rainy month, all the water has been rushing through right here. Take it down here. All this is soft because of the way we've got it set up. And take a look at that. All of that has just been washed out. Huge hole in the ground. And so that's why we have those pipes redirecting all the water over there. You'll be able to see how much current we have coming out. Yeah, it's just been a lot to take in this week with the rains and adjusting to harsh times. There's a little bitty tilapia right there. Look at that. Oh, that's not a tilapia. That's just a little fish. He's just trying to survive. We'll toss him back in the pond. So, yeah, all of this has been super muddy, and we'll just sneak out here this way. The plan is that all this gets concreted in, and then once the drains are all fixed, it won't flood right here. We have to slope this down a little bit, but we think that once the concrete's on this area, we'll be able to slope that side a little bit better, and it'll run off the sides of this building, so it's not. Another thing you should know is when we built this building, there's plastic underneath this floor, so that you're not going to see any wet spots in here, because we have a moisture barrier in the carpentry shop, which you guys probably could use an update on as well. This is our carpentry shop, and you guys can see we've made the doors. All the electrical has gone in, and the last thing that we have to do is close this top part in, but we're waiting to see what the best way to do that is, because we want it to be very breathable, as it's really echoey in here as well. And it can get really warm in the hot heat of the day. So we're gonna try to figure out a way to keep that open. Probably like a, I don't know what they call it in English, but I'm guessing a breather type metal to where wind can go through. Something we would use, probably I'll show you something like this, what we've got over here. A couple things. It's actually right over there. And then I gotta tell you about the blocks. We got new blocks, which I really can't wait to show you about how we came about that. So maybe something like this so that people can't get in. We have a couple of these. See how there's holes so that the wind can go through. So it might be something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Those are kind of expensive, so we might go another route, but for now, that'll probably be up there. So we've got probably another week or so before we start setting up in here. We brought all of our carpentry tools that I had stored up there, and they're now down here, and we're gonna be able to start setting them up on some tables and then start taking in some more orders, which we have lots of. I wanna say we have like 5 or 6 different orders. They've just been waiting, and I've been telling everybody to wait until we get this shop done. So a lot of the missionaries in Honduras will benefit from us having a carpentry shop, because they need good carpenters to build them the things that they need in their houses. Like right now, I think we've got a couple orders of like Murphy beds. So that's new to us. We've never built Murphy beds, but I think they're gonna turn out really well. And yeah, you know, we'll just do one order at a time. So that's what we're here to do. Teach our students how to do it. Our students have been off for a couple weeks because of the rains and because of the advancing in the construction that we've done here, because it's all very specific type construction, like the labor, and they don't have the skills yet to like weld locks and weld up the framing of the doors. So I had to subcontract this out to some of our workers, and that way they can get this done quicker. And as soon as we get back in business, then they'll be able to come back in and join us and learn from the basics and things like that. So you guys can see we've got a lot in here. We're just waiting to see how much longer it's going to take us to get all of this finished and closed in before the students can come do carpentry. So let me show you about the block machine. You guys aren't going to believe this, but a friend of mine in Honduras came to me and was like, hey, do you guys need another block machine? And I was like, yeah, I mean, we can always use another one, especially with all the orders and things that we're going to be getting. We're probably going to need it even as a spare machine. So you guys can see this block machine is different than the one that's over there. That one makes this regular block right here. It's the ones that you guys have been seeing. And this one makes this block over here. It came with a different mold, and there's actually pretty sweet little setup that we have right here on what this block looks like. I'll just kind of give you guys an idea. The insides are a little different. They have these points right here that butt up against the next block, which is really good, actually. Makes it a lot easier to build, especially for first-time builders that don't know the exact distance of the separation in the blocks, because those other ones do bring like 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch separation. And that's mainly because those are circles here, whereas these are squares. So these are squares, which make it really helpful because they're a little bit more sturdy and they don't twist. As you can see, I'm trying to twist, and the other one would twist. But that is a benefit for many other reasons, because it gives you a little bit more room for scale. If you guys have that, they can build, and they could also make curves and things in the walls. Not a big curve, but like the curve that you guys saw over there in that wall, which we'll go show you real quick just for the video's sake. This one has like a little slight curve, and that makes it really helpful if you're doing different kinds of projects and things like that. So this has like quite a few different curves, and it's really helpful for this situation. This is where all of our dirt and our mix is going to go, so that when we go to fill the blocks in, it'll be in one area collective to go into here. But telling you a little bit more about the blocks over here, these come with a couple different parts because they come with a 3/4 inch block here and here, and then they come with this type of block, so that you can put this like over a door up here. You can have like 3 or 4 of them, and then you could put rebar across here as well, and you can, you know, put concrete in there and it'll support the door and the wall above the door. So this is a really helpful tool. And you guys can see it also has the same shape, everything, so it will look very uniform and it won't be super obvious. We also have the little bitty half blocks over here for corners. And we also bring this really nice, aesthetically appealing, so that if you have this corner, it'll look real nice and flush. And then we have another long block with another flat end, which is what we're working on right now. We're about to put that mold on that brick machine and make those as well. So we've got pretty much 5 or 6 different types here for a house build, so that we can teach how these work, and especially to the poor people who are going to be using this block for their homes. We'll be able to teach them how it works and the purpose of why there's multiple different designs. So we're really excited about that. If you guys want to stay in touch, we've got a couple other little projects that we're going to be working on today. But just give you an idea, this is kind of where we've been at for the most of the week. And we've got a couple other things I want to show you here with the new restaurant that's been opened up, and the pulperia, a little store that we've got going on. We're going to be redoing a lot of the gravel in that area. So we're taking that plastic out. We're not throwing that away. We're just going to repurpose it and then keep weeds out of the grounds over there. And then we'll put gravel on top of that, so that we can have a nice little client area for our customers. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, so I want to show you the pulperia. Right now, we are just getting started with the pulperia. We've got quite a few different products in here. We got some ice cream, we got all the drinks here, and we don't have a Coke fridge yet because Coke has not brought their fridge yet. They like to see some of the sales. So we've been putting the Cokes in this other fridge that we have. And we have like all the orange juices, Fresca, Coke, you know, everything, milks, everything you can think of. And then all of Pepsi's products are in here. So in case you didn't know, these are all of Pepsi's products. And so we got a couple things here that just a lot of people like to snack on, and our chips, of course. You gotta have quite a few different chips because you never know what the person likes. So it's really cool because when you get started at a pulperia, they give you these racks as long as you buy their product. You don't have to worry about having to pay for this to get started up. They usually, if you buy a certain amount, they'll give you the racks for free as long as you stay in business, and they'll continue to provide that. We've also got some little snacks here that people can take. We're right here outside the hospital, so a lot of people get specific things, and then they've been telling us what they would like to buy and that sort of thing. We got some inventory back here, which won't be here permanently. This is just for right now where we're storing it because we don't have enough capital to just fill these up with products. So we've just been able to, when you first get started, they tell you gotta buy a minimum in order to get a fridge. So this is the extra drinks that we had to buy to get the Pepsi fridges. And then we always have extra Coke here and Coke products just to meet the fridge needs. And we also have another freezer over here that we just got. And like I said, we got more drinks down here and everything. But this one is ideal for pulperia because people can see what it is they're buying, and it has all those racks in there. You can put extra stuff in the bottom. So we're working on our pulperia. It's coming along pretty good, I'd say. But that's it for right now in the pulperia. And then out here, we're gonna be taking the Bobcat and we're gonna be scraping all this up because it's just full of weeds. And it's really actually tough to get the weeds out when you have clients. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay a thin layer of plastic across all of this and then come back with the gravel as well. But first we're gonna clean all this up, get it nice and level with the Bobcat. And we'll be able to just come right in here. And you guys can see our painting on the wall, which is super cool. Check this out, it's really beautiful. I just admire it. We did a bathroom as well, right through here. You guys can see we made it out of our blocks, and it's really nice with these blocks. We built it in under 3 days, and we got a little light in here. You guys can take a look in there. So of course, if we wanted to tile it, we can always tile it later. We don't have a sink yet, but this is really just more for emergencies. And then if you really want to wash your hands, once we have the barrel, you'll be able to wash your hands in the barrel of water. It's just very traditional here in Honduras to have a standard bathroom like this with the budget that we're on. So you guys can see from out here, maybe even how that looks and where it's located in case you weren't sure. You can see all of this is on the back side of the right side of the property. So kind of hard to explain, but you guys can see where it's at, and it's very convenient right there. And we're gonna put a septic in right here, but then the rains came in, so we haven't been able to finalize the septic or to use the bathroom yet because of the septic tank. Taking a look, you guys can see that this is the lid, and don't worry, nobody's used the bathroom yet, so I'm not worried about getting any nasty stuff on my hands. So this is all just mud, and we've got to, as you can see, I'm touching the rim right here. So there's a tank right here, and we'll have an overflow going out that way, so that to another tank as well. So it just drains out from there to here, and that's where we ended up stopping until we can use the toilet. And so we'll wait till the rain settle down a little bit to get that finalized as well. Last but not least, we got a new attachment for our forks, for our Bobcat, we got forks that go underneath the pallets. And this is an attachment right here that we have. We just got, however, it came in 2 shipments. So this is a really cool piece because it allows for a hitch to go in as well. So if I want to move the trailer or something around with the Bobcat, I can tie in right here with the trailer. And then as you guys can see, these clip in on the Bobcat. And then there will be forks on this side that go out underneath the pallet. So it's really super helpful to be able to have this resource to be able to move the pallets. Each one of those pallets weigh over 3,000 pounds if they have over 200 blocks. And so we've got quite a few different blocks, a lot of blocks right now. So check this out. These are all ready to go. And I want to say, I think we have about 1,800, enough for about one house. Right here, you guys can see they've just been sitting in the rain all day, every day for the past like 2 weeks. They have not moved. And we've had torrential storms. As you can see, all of our ditches are full of water. They're not even draining just because they keep filling up as fast as they're draining. So we have about 200 blocks on each one of these pallets, and they weigh over 3,000 pounds, and it's very, very heavy. So we can actually barely move it with the pallet jack. It's a lot of weight even on the pallet jack, which is right over there. And we actually have 2. That one is not working, so we had to get another one. But these are really, really helpful to have it in this as well, wrapped, and it keeps it a little bit safer. We'll probably come back with some for transportation. We'll probably put some angle iron right here on the edges and strap it down so that it doesn't move, because the roads here in Honduras are pretty bad. So we're not gonna be taking any chances with that. So we got some wood on our trailer as well. I'm telling you guys, there's so much that we've done in the past month or so that it's been really hard to make a lot of videos for you, but we're gonna try to get back on that as good as we can. So we just need to finish the trim pieces on here and then finish the last little ramp right there. And then this one will be good to go for deliveries and things like that. If we need to use the trailer, we will. But this is our Bobcat trailer. So, and hopefully our well drilling machine trailer. Hopefully we're gonna get a well drilling machine at some point within the next year, through like grants or through people who have already raised $5,000 towards it. For those of you who don't know, we're trying to get about $50,000 to be raised for this machine so that we can drill wells for poor people in the communities and for ministries or maybe missionaries who are suffering that don't have water access in their communities or things like that. So there's always a great benefit that will come from having a well drilling machine. And this actually is strong enough to support pulling the drilling machine. So we have this for so many different reasons, not just for one, but for so many. It'll be so great to have. And we've used it every week, you know, on a general week-to-week basis. We are using this every week. So it's been really great to have that. And it's almost done. So let's see. Yesterday we created a new ditch. We dug it out with the Bobcat, and we put a new pipe in, which I want to go show you that. Let's go show you guys that. Basically put a culvert in, corrugated PVC culvert, 12-inch, and we put 40 feet of it to redirect all the water that's coming off the mountain because it was just washing out the whole street. So this is the road that's getting washed out right here. So we're gonna drive up it right now. So this is what we're trying to avoid. The ditch was over here, and it's gonna take this wall out. So we're gonna try to save it by doing what we did yesterday with this pipe. All right, we're here. So there's like this natural spring or whatever that's up this hill. And you guys can see, this is what we did. It was taking a hard left and it was going down that way and was crossing the road, and it was crossing the road a bunch of times and it was just tearing it away. So this is what we did. All this water is running non-stop. So when it rains pretty bad. This is just running water and it's not even raining. So this is just what's coming out of the mountain. And this is, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 gallons a minute. I don't know, but it's a lot of water. And so you can see we made a ditch right there. And instead of going down the road that way, we ran it off this way to the mountain. Now it's just running out here. Yeah, lashing a little bit. So now you can see where we got it going. It's not going towards this side anymore. So that's good. This is actually right beside, that's the 𝐕 property to my right. All of that, so which some of you might recognize because you can spin it that way a little bit and see the cover. See the little tripod, triangle, chapel.
¡Airo!
𝐎𝐶
Pequeña esa. Se va a ir.
Este güey.
Dale.
Dale, pe.
Ahí ya, hay dos.
No, parecía que eran dos.
Va, quiero verlo antes de matar.
¿Suelto?
Sí, quitarlo. Tengo que ver la cabeza para hacer eso. Hey guys, so we're closing up for today. We just got a ton of plastic out of the pond. We've been working on that a lot today, and we just are pretty wet. As you can see, we've been in the pond trying to fix all the leaks and the air bubbles like I mentioned this morning. So we're gonna go ahead and just call it quits for today. We're really tired. We're ready to close it up. So thanks for watching Missionary Experience. Hopefully you guys can subscribe and hit that little like button, and make sure you guys hit the little bell as well, so you guys get all the updates, and we'll post some more as soon as we can.